Let's break down closed practices a little bit more and why I say nothing is closed. Now, I'm going to start off by telling everybody, if you think your practice is closed, you are racist. I don't care what practice it is. I don't care where it's from. I don't care about the color of your skin. If you think your practice is closed and somebody else of another color cannot practice it, you are fucking racist. I am German. My father is Asatru. I was raised in an Asatru household. If I went around and told people that if you're not Germanic, if you are a person of color, you can't practice Asatru, that is fucking racist. And the same thing applies for every single practice. And a lot of people use the defense that it's about respect, that people are going to come in and disrespect the belief. It is a bad idea to disrespect any fucking belief. It doesn't matter which one it is. There is no such thing as a closed practice, and the color of your skin does not determine who you can work with. You as a human, you do not get to decide who gets to work with different energies and different spirits. You are a human, not a god. This earth, this life, and this universe was created where all of us have access to the energies that are inside of it. And I'm not going to stand around and let people be picked out and pushed away from something that they feel connected to. You think your practice is closed? You are racist.
Wait, hold on. Go watch the video all the way through, and then I want you to take a peruse down through the comments, and then come back. There's a lot of bickering in the comments. And sometimes from some people that are considered leaders in the community on both sides of this coin. And that kind of worries me a lot. The problem here is your misunderstanding of what a closed practice is. A closed practice is not based on the color of your skin at all. A closed practice is an initiation-based practice. Sometimes the initiation is just ceremonies that you have to go through. Sometimes you have to be okayed by divination so that the spirits okay you to come into the practice. And you can be denied no matter what color you are. Most closed practices have an official initiation. Here are some examples of those types of closed practices. And some practices have an unofficial type of initiation because the practice varies a little bit by family. And you either learn it because you marry into it, or because a family member decided to take you under their wing. And they will put you through a type of initiation that you don't realize you're being put through, because they're making sure that you're up to snuff. These are some of those. Any devout practitioner of a closed practice will tell you that. What you're dealing with is how many people think that TikTok is the real world. They really believe that the way things work on TikTok is how they work in the real world, which is not.
Okay, so first of all, I responded to Witchfoot's comment here because I want to take you back to both of the relevant videos that I'm talking about. Because both of these creators, I think that they're in a lot more disagreement than they are. We have a fucking semantics issue here. So, the point of agreement being, though, is that race doesn't matter here. There are people of every color in voodoo. There are people of every color in various African traditional religion. There are people of every color in all kinds of closed communities. The thing that is closed is the community. The things that are closed are the communities, okay? And you're entitled to your closed community. Be closed. Like, nobody off the street is entitled to a key to your house. I don't give a shit about that. But if somebody in a closed community is publishing for the public the practices within their closed community, those practices are now open because they have been published. Those practices are now public. They are widely available. And for that reason, obviously anybody with a lick of experience in witchcraft has read enough books to know that there's a piece of disinformation, at least one piece, in all of them. They touch every flavor of metaphysics. The further down the rabbit hole you get, the more stuff there is to sift through. If somebody is smart enough or guided enough or has a discernment development with a strong truth signal to be able to filter out that disinformation, or ask somebody on the spirit side of things what the missing piece is, then you made it public, okay? It's not a closed practice. If it's truly a closed practice that belongs to that particular group, the only people who are going to be made aware of whatever media you are publishing are going to belong to that group. So if you're publishing things from within a closed community and you are doing that without the express permission of the people who you have been initiated with, and initiations are for people too. That's a people thing. The spirit world does not give a shit about any of that. The spirits, they do whatever they want 150 fucking percent of the time. 150% of the fucking time they do what they want. They have what they want. They teach who they want. They help who they want. They respond to who they want. And they play with who they want too. And that's why some of y'all's ancestors be playing with y'all. So, here's the thing. I agree with Draven. There's no such thing as a closed practice. It is a closed community. And your initiation into that community is them cutting you the key because they vetted you. It's a totally different issue. And honestly, it's an incorrect buzzword. There's no such thing as a closed practice. It is a closed community. But if somebody in a closed community is publishing for the public, the practices within their closed community, those practices are now open.
I can go buy this right now for $445, okay? And read and comprehend the whole thing from front to back. And I'm going to go get this human anatomy textbook. I can even go meet with some surgeons and get some inside scoop on different surgeries. And I'm going to go on here and I'm going to watch every single of the thousands of surgery videos. And I'm going to go get all the supplies that I need. And when I'm done with all that, I'm probably going to be able to do some surface surgeries just fine. I can probably even stitch up really deep cuts through several layers of tissue into the muscle. But even with all that knowledge and experience and insider information, I will never be a surgeon, and I will never be able to do a serious operation. I will never have years of residency in a hospital or surgical facility where I learn to apply everything I know and I grow within my practice. I have to go through the schooling. I have to graduate and get 4 different degrees. I have to do my residency. Then I will be a surgeon. You can go buy one or all of these books published about Ifa. Even the secret ones with the inside information. You can watch this video and several others that will tell you all about it, even what happens during initiations and all that. You can go buy all the tools that you need in order to do this. You can set up just like this man and go through the motions of Ifa divination, and you will hear nothing and your divination will be wrong. Because you did not put in the work. You did not put in the years of residency. What you would be doing is the equivalent of saying that you work with Rihanna when you actually just work the sales counter of Fenty Beauty. We all have access to all these spiritual energies that exist. Yes. But the amount of access depends on the amount of work and dedication that you put into it. Not all souls have the capacity to work at that high of a level, that close to these spirits and forces. Yet. You can work down there in the lobby, but not up here. Yet. And it's not because I'm special and you're not. It has to do with the maturation of the soul over time. Not human time, lifetimes. Publishing things, even closed things or supposedly secret things, is a good thing. It is done so that people outside of your culture, outside of your experience, can educate themselves in order to understand one another and this world and universe around us better. It is not a doctorate degree. It is not a permission slip. It's not a matter of semantics. It's not the communities that are closed. It's the practices.
Initiations are for people too. That's a people thing. The spirit world does not give a shit about any of that.
In relation to ATRs, this is incorrect. And I'm speaking to you out of experience. So those of you that have followed me long enough know that back at the end of January, I tripped and fell into EFA. I was never planning to have anything to do with any ATR practice, period. I ended up doing a 180 degree in my spiritual life. Now, I've been doing this witchcraft thing for a long time, working very closely with very powerful spirits, and I've provided proof of that.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Y'all see it? He said he had a baseball lump. And look at that. To come out. Ooh. Come out.
And when I tell you the capacity of these spirits and forces in Ifa and other Orisha practices makes that stuff small time.
I can deny it no longer. I am small.
And it all started with the initiation. I went in ignorant because I didn't plan on it. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going through the motions. Okay. Until those things come down into that room. That's what the initiations do. They call them down into the room with you. Now, these little specifics of the initiations, like certain actions that you take, certain items that you get, of course some of that is dogmatic because it varies. For instance, in Ifa, it varies if you do the Afro-Cuban version or if you do the Isheshe version. But the purpose of initiations has nothing to do with being for people at all. Y'all out here thinking the way that you do or Draven does, your perspective is hella skewed.